Here's Leon Davis, breaks the tackle this time, has a bounce. He's got Rocker on it, and a half forward, and that's where he goes. Rocker can set sail for home. Here goes Anthony Rocker from 50. He goes to the square and hits Cummings on the chest.
They are a silly chance here, the Pies.
15 minutes gone, final term. In comes Cummings. He kicks. And he goes!
Welcome back to the club. We are joined in the studio by former Essendon, Port Adelaide, West Coast and Collingwood full forward, the winner of the 1999 Coleman medal, Scott Cummings. Welcome to the studio, Scotty.
Hello, mate. How are you? You're well done remembering all of that. That's a good job.
Who was that bloke? It looked like Travis Clark.
Good looking, Rooster, wasn't he? Yeah, good to look in that jumper too.
Your first game for Collingwood was back in 2002, round one.
Yep.
What do you remember of that game?
I just remember taking on Richmond and kicking five, and I can go through each one of them for you if you like. The first one was a pass from Bucks, made it look good. It was probably off to the side a bit when he grabbed that. No, it was great. It was, at first, because I know my pre-season form, I was never good too early. I didn't want to peak too early, February sort of stuff, mate. So I saved it, but that was good. And I kicked 5 of my 6 goals for Collingwood that night. So yeah, it was a beauty.
Collingwood was your fourth and final club.
Yeah.
How did you end up in the black and white?
When I got delisted by West Coast, Mick rang me, I think more just out of concern, see how I was travelling, and as a mate. And I said, well, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, I don't know. And I went and hired a personal trainer. I sat on it for a week, hired a personal trainer who kept in touch with Mick the whole time. He got me over for a week of training before the December draft. And I remember just before 7 a.m, December 17 it was, he woke me up in Perth and said, bad luck, son. I thought, oh, what's happened? He goes, you've got me for another year. And it was the best phone call I've had at that time of morning. And I was straight on the kite and over. It was the best thing I did. And my only regrets, and I don't have many, is the fact that I wish I went there sooner. I really do.
You ended up playing 5 games for Collingwood and retired at the age of 28. How difficult was the decision to retire so early?
Look, it wasn't difficult because my body just started getting injuries that I've never had before, and that was the most disappointing thing because I came to Collingwood in the best nick of my life. I was absolutely flying, and so to get my first hamstring injury at 28, that ticks me off. Then my hip started going, that ticks me off, and I spent the whole year running rehab down the side of the ground, which is no fun, and I was just basically getting in the way. So, one of the reasons why I love Collingwood is they let me retire and didn't ask me to. So I went and sat down with Mick and said, I can't do that year again, mate, and thanks very much. So the best thing is this club's looked after me enormously well, and I loved working for them full-time for the next 3 years. After
you finished, you did put on a little bit of weight.
No.
How big did you get, and what have you done to lose it?
Well, you can see by this magnificent polo I'm wearing here oh, look at that bloke. Just over 143 kilos, or more, 144 kilos I got to. And I didn't really notice it happening. And I'd laugh about it and I'd joked about it. I didn't know I was at that stage. I didn't know I was that massive. And then this opportunity came up and I just jumped at it, and it was tough for a couple of weeks, but no problem in telling you that. I had to make some serious changes, but they're the best things I've ever done. And I seriously, without a shadow of a doubt, Jenny Craig and the Gem for Men has changed my life so much, and it's so good. I feel dangerous. I want to play. Bucks won't take my calls anymore. I'm ringing him relentlessly. He said if I could, I said I've dropped 34 kilos, mate, thanks to Gem for Men. He said, well, if you drop 10 years, I'll talk to you. He's not funny. He's got no sense of humour, that coach.
Well, mate, well done. You look fantastic. Thanks for joining us in the studio. More good news for Collingwood. The Collingwood Army just hit 70,000 members today, but there's still room in there for you to join up, so go to the website and sign up. Thanks for joining us. See you next week on The Club.